Okay, we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Content Free Time. Today we're playing more indie games. I ran out of horror games, so we're playing just random indie games. These are actually from Steam Next Fest. I wanted to stream during Stream Next Fest, which was a week or two ago, but just timing didn't work out. So we're going to be playing those games now. And I got an echo. Okay. So, let's get started with Bopple. What's this called? Bopple Battle? Okay. Play. I don't know, this might be a multiplayer only game, but we'll find out. Yeah, it's definitely looking like a multiplayer only game. This looks like Worms. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. This is just Worms. I say jest, but Worms is fantastic, so this could be good. This could be really good if I just had someone to play it with. So, but we don't have that, so on to the next game. Ete? Impossible. Fons de Midius. Pixel. Wow, look at all those programming things, development things. Welcome to Eat's demo. Please remember this demo is loud. Please change and improve. If you want a perfect experience, we recommend waiting until the full release. There are no graphics. This demo is limited to 7 in-game days. Okay, let's give it a shot. It's got controller support. That's nice. Always appreciate that here at the Content Free Time studio. Welcome to Montreal. Like the steak seasoning? You already arranged to sublet a fully furnished apartment. Sublease? So all that's left is to get the key and unpack. The apartment is supposed to be on the 3rd floor. Go up the stairs and knock on the front door. Okay, it is not inverted. And I'm not seeing controller options. So that's cool, I guess. So far, this reminds me of Unfinished Swan, which was a very fun little indie game. Part of what made Unfinished Swan a lot of fun was the voice acting in that. So I'll be a little disappointed if this doesn't have voice acting, but it might still be fun. We'll see. I don't know why it's got like that little curve thing on the screen. Whoa. Salute, you must be Sam. We spoke on the phone about the apartment sublet. I'm sublet? I'm Marianne. You're brave. I never met anyone who'd agree to rent an apartment before visiting. Not usually this brave.
Hey.
Moving is a great time to turn over a new leaf. The character animations kind of remind... Oh, hey Alex, how you doing? The character animations remind me of that game. I can't remember what it's called. The one with the guy who gets upset when you talk about melons, and he's like, "You have to leave now." Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. So, I wanted to play Sonic Colors today, after we talked about it on the last stream. But I realized I forgot to download it ahead of time, and it's like a 22 gigabyte game, so we will have to save that for next time. Right, the apartment is a little old-fashioned, but that's what makes it charming. There was another game we talked about on the last stream too. It was Sonic Colors, and there was one other one. I was wondering if you remember it. But either way, that's okay. I can always just go back and look at the stream. What do you think? These kind of mean the same thing. Thought you said the apartment was furnished. Yes, with the bed. And I think there are a few pots left in the kitchen. Okay, fine. All my furniture was from my parents' antique store. They wouldn't let me leave it here with a subletter. You understand, right? We can make it work. Really? I'll think of some way I can make it up to you. Why don't you just unpack a little? You can see how great it will be when you make it on your own. Enter decoration mode. Open your inventory, press X. Let's set up that easel, because I guess we're a painter, maybe? We gotta set it up in front of a window, so we get some good inspiration. To turn your selection clockwise, press right trigger. Right here? Right? Maybe off to the side a bit? Because we don't want to totally block our nice view. Oh, we can... Okay. Maybe like... there-ish? Maybe in the corner. Yeah. No, because then you're looking at a wall. Right there. That looks good. And we got a table. And it looks like it's nice and low, so we can put that right next to it, and that won't block our view. Unpack can now be completed. How do we complete it? Talk to you? Whoa, don't want to move my bed. That can stay there. What a magnificent transformation. Oh, an easel. That must have taken most of your luggage. Are you a painter? A world famous painter. Not really, I'm just an amateur. I think of myself as a color whisperer. I'm just an amateur. This is a serious setup for an amateur. And you mix your own colors too? What's your favorite? I gotta go with Sonic the Hedgehog Modern Sonic Blue. It's indigo. Apparently. Modern Sonic Indigo. Say, it's easier to paint when you have a lot of space for it, right? Sure. That settles it. This apartment is even better for you this way. Okay, I get it. Here's my final offer. I know we agreed to $400 a month, but I want to make this up to you, and I need some startup capital. So if you pay now, I'll only charge $1,000 flat for the entire summer. We got a deal? Sounds like a good deal to me. What can I say? I have a keen sense of economic justice. You got the money on you? Oops, I didn't see what that's... That's enough for a down payment. Was it $400? You can take a few days to sell some paintings for the other $600. Okay, it was $400. Once you get some extra cash, I can help you decorate this room. Don't worry, Montreal is a great city for artists. I'm sure you can sell some paintings in no time. What's your medium? Acrylic? Oil? I think these skylights open if you need ventilation. Watercolor. Are we back? I think we're back. I'm gonna check on the stream really quick, make sure it's still working. Apologize for the lack of professionalism here. Okay, are we working? Is everything a go-go? I think we're good. It sounds good. It sounds good. It looks good. No, why is the refresh rate is so bad? I don't know why. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. But I think it may be on my end. Ah, that stinks. Hopefully it fixes itself, but I don't know. Oh boy, what a drag. Okay, well, I'm gonna try. What time is it? 6:30 local time. I'm gonna try for a bit more, and if it doesn't fix itself, I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Internet woes. Everything is a go. Okay, perfect. I hope it doesn't do bad. Except the refresh rate, the game may be too insensitive. You think it's the game? If that's the case, let's just switch games. Looks like we can save. Save and quit. We'll try a different game. Quit. Let's try Europa. Oh yeah, it might have just been the game, because now it looks like my my whatchamacallit, my bandwidth went way up. Running install script. Come on, hurry up. Don't got all day. We don't got all day. Sigh. Looks like it smoothed out the instant you exited. Okay, it was the game. All right. Glad to know. Thanks for your help on that. I appreciate it. Sorry for the total amateurish stream here. But, you know, we're growing, we're learning. Mistakes will be made and hopefully avoided in the future. Hopefully learned from. And hopefully this game is not as crazy. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I don't know. I'm looking at my bandwidth here and it's still looking pretty bad. It might be my internet. How does this game look? How's the refresh rate on this one so far? Try to imagine what it will be like to go to sleep and never wake up. Now try to imagine what it was like to wake up and never having gone to sleep. Is this any better? My bandwidth looks terrible still. Far off memory like a scattered dream. Scattered dream like a far off memory. I want to line the pieces up. Here's in mind. Looms good. Okay. Okay. So far so good. Ooh. It's kind of creepy looking. So far it isn't buffering at least. Okay, that's a plus. My son, I was born on Earth, but I think I've been homesick for Europa my whole life. This looks like... The art style kind of looks like Ni no Kuni, but Western. Yeah, let me know if it's unbearable, and we'll try to figure something else out. But if it is tolerable for now, then we'll just roll with it. How do we? Okay, Adam. This game is much quieter than the last game. I was thinking the same thing about Ni no Kuni, right? That must have been an inspiration for this.
Come to the island if you ever get lonely. Come here and think me.
Press right analog stick to rotate the camera. All of these games are not inverted. There we go. Wow, look at that. We can glide like Spyro the Dragon. Hold A to charge power up. Oh, you can do like a Spider-Man jump. It's kind of cool. I like the art style's nice. The abilities so far, a glide and a Spider-Man jump, that's pretty cool. This is really nice. The only thing that wasn't nice so far is the face on this kid. His face is kind of creepy. He looks like an adult man, but he has the body of a child. What do we got here? Oh, even the books are voice acted? That's kind of cool.
Is it possible to be homesick for a place you've never been? I was born on Earth. I think I am.
Like it just fades out abruptly when you turn the page. Writing this from the island. The view from up here is nothing like. By the time you read this, will be gone. The world will look very different from how it is now, but the island should still be there. Come to the island if you ever get lonely. Okay, so I imagine we are at the island? Yeah, it's super nice looking. I'm digging it. The game handles really well so far. It's a bit of a walking sim so far, but at least there's nice, like, pretty stuff to look at while you're walking.
It has surpassed my expectations in every way, this place. I don't know what I expected. It's given me a few days to adjust, but I can't make my mind believe that this is real. The air tastes like water, and the water tastes like wine. The gardeners have turned this place into a paradise.
Would you say it's a gangster's paradise? So far, this is kind of like what I expected Journey to be like. Like, when Journey first came out, everyone was saying how, like, oh, it's so gorgeous, and it's just a walking sim, but it's the best walking sim I've ever played. And when I played it, I didn't think it was very, like, yeah, it was kind of nice looking, but there wasn't a whole lot to look at. It was like a desert and, like, a snowy mountain. At least this has, like, a lot of stuff going on. There's, like, foliage, flowers, trees, clouds, like, all this stuff. I mean, it's been a while since I played Journey, so maybe I just didn't appreciate it at the time, but I don't know. Hey, we got one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Would you look at that? Cause we're floating, floating high up above. Yeah, we're floating. Do 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 do. What do we got here? Stop moving to read. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no. I can't. Foliage in the way. Okay, here we go. Children of Light and Journey were very similar. I don't know if I've ever heard of Children of Light. Was that another game by the developers of like Journey and Flower and those other ones? The sins of the past can stay home on Earth. Things will be different this time. They have to be.
Sins of the past stay home on Earth. Things will be different this time. They have to be.
How you doing tonight, Alex? You working on more schoolwork? Ignite lanterns to open passageways. Wow, it's like the door that you have to open to get to the Reggies in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, maybe? I don't know. My only frame of reference for everything is other video games that I've played, so anytime I see anything in a game, I need to compare it to another game. Children of the Light is an online Switch game that's free to play. Huh. Is it good? Is it any good? Is it worth playing? I mean, I know it would obviously be worth it cost-wise since it's free, but is it like worth your time to play? Working on assignments, as usual. Good old reliable Alex doing his homework. Can always count on you. Unlike my stream, which is very unreliable. Oh, the agony. Jump, then press X. Stomping creates a larger energy bubble. Okay, so there's like slight puzzle elements in this game. It's got some stuff going on. It's not entirely a walking sim, I guess. Would this be considered solar punk? I just learned about that term recently. And now that I know what it is, I'm like going back and thinking of all these games that I've played in the past, and I'm like, was that solar punk? Was that is Angel Island solar punk? Is yeah, I don't know. What are these guys? These look like Studio Ghibli monsters too. Like ghosts or spirits or something.
It breaks my heart that you'll never see our own world, but I can't say I regret bringing you here. You're going to have everything I couldn't have. Clean water, fresh air, wide open skies, everything a child deserves. That's what I want for you. And you'll have community too. Human beings to play with and learn from and grow alongside. Every person here has a different story, but our futures are bound up together now. Don't be scared. I know that Clinton will love you.
So far, I see no other human beings to play with and learn from and grow alongside. Only these weird little spirit guys. Crystal stars expand Zephyr's booster capacity. Is that this kid's name? Zephyr? Whoa! He can fly? He can fly! He can fly, he can fly, he can fly, he can fly, he can fly. This is kind of cool. I'm digging it. Kinda. Don't know what these guys are. I wonder if they're like the Lost Boys. I wonder if they were like the bad boys that went to Pleasure Island and got turned into donkeys. Except they got turned into weird spirits. Wow, look at how high you can fly. This is cool. I like it. Reminds me of like playing as Tails in Sonic Frontiers. Because everything's got to remind me of a Sonic game or a Pokemon game. Or Ni no Kuni, I guess. Did the Ni no Kuni studio work on one of the spin-off Pokemon games? Or vice versa? Did Game Freak work on one of the Ni no Kuni spin-offs? Because for some reason, I want to say there was some sort of relation there somewhere. Use glide and levitate to stay in the air longer. Woo! 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 Look at all these little buzzy bee guys. Buzzy bees. Europa. It's like Eureka, but in Europe, I guess. So I wonder how long we just follow these glowy orbs for. Now where do we go? I ran out of orbs. I already ran out of glowy orbs to follow. Do we go to the beam of light? Perhaps?
Some say that humans brought life to Europa. If you ask me, all we did was unlock the life that was sleeping within. Why have so many terraforming projects failed where this one succeeded? It can only be that Europa holds some innate capacity for life.
You know what I think I was thinking of? I think I was just thinking like, oh, in Ni no Kuni you have little monsters that fight for you, and that's kind of like Pokemon. I think that's the only reason I was relating the two in my head. Although it would be cool if there was like a Pokemon game with Studio Ghibli graphics. I'd be down for that. Whoa. Find all 3 orbs to unlock switch. Oh, okay. So we're missing one? Is it up here? Is that it? It doesn't quite look like an orb. Wow, we got the super jump. The temporary super jump. Like those whirly-doos from Spyro. We got the last orb. We did it. Got all 3 orbs. Oh, is that it? Is that a 4th orb? What's that? Okay. Now what does this button do? Makes us fly. Makes us fly more. Whee! There's R right trigger to levitate upwards.
I know you have a lot of questions, most of which can't be answered in this notebook. There's a chance you're angry, or that you'll get angry one day when you're older.
Too young to get angry right now.
But it's not finished. We're trying to build something better than what we left behind. That will take time. Generations even. That is why I'm sending you ahead.
Would you say Sonic generations even? Look at all these blue Orby-doos to collect. Didn't know I was playing a collect-a-thon here. Granted, I didn't know what this was at all. Like, I looked at a handful of games that looked somewhat interesting on the Steam during the Steam Next Fest. I just clicked download on each of them and I had no idea what any of them were. Or rather, I sort of knew what they looked like at the time, but then I immediately forgot what all of them were after I downloaded them. Is there even like... So, these orbs power me up or something, right? So I'm not just collecting them for no reason? Do they respawn? Are they like regenerating? I can't tell. I know these things power you up. Maybe like these are the little power-ups and those things are the big power-ups or something? Probably would know if I was paying more attention. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Careful not to fall off here. You know what would be another good fun game to play on stream is Sonic Heroes. Then I could say, wow, my head's spinning. I mean, I guess I could say that now. Just wouldn't be relevant. But when has relevancy ever stopped me in the past? Things don't need to be relevant for you to say them, right? Just say them anyway. We got the second Chaos Emerald. We got the big power-up. We got the little power-ups. We got all the power-ups. We can fly so high now. So very high up in the sky, and never have to ask why it is that we can't fly. Do you have to, like, wait for your flight to recharge? Because I feel like sometimes it works, like, right away, and other times it takes a minute. Like, right now, it's not letting me float up. It lets me jump and then descend, but I can't float right now for some reason, or like float up, right? I can't ascend right now for some reason. Wow, look at these floaty rocks. I can stand in the middle of them and go like this and pretend I'm powering up like a Dragon Ball Z character.
As I'm writing this, most of the human race are still asleep on the island. In a few years' time, you're going to join them. I'll stay back here and work, so that when you wake up, you'll wake up somewhere better. I don't know exactly what the world will look like. All I know is that people in the whole world made the mistake of not thinking past tomorrow. By sending you ahead, I'm staking my heart on the future. As I'm writing this, most of the human race are still asleep. I know.
It's weird that he started reading that a second time.
Most of the
Oh no, I
human
broke
race
the
are
bowl.
still asleep on the
What have I done?
In a few years' time, you're going to join them. I'll stay back here and work, so that when you wake up, you'll wake up somewhere better. I don't know exactly what the world will look like. All I know is that people in the whole world made the mistake of not thinking past tomorrow. By sending you ahead, I'm staking my heart on the future.
Do I have to light the 4 torches to progress? That was it. I solved the puzzle. Whee! Wow. Look at him go. It's just like a dream. I can never remember my dreams. I used to have a lot of dreams about flying, but when I flew in my dreams, oh, look at that guy. When I flew in my dreams, I would always fly like this, like a flutter. It was never like a soaring motion. I always needed to do something to propel myself up. And in my dreams, I would always wonder, why doesn't everyone else fly? Why am I the only one who knows how to flutter fly? Thank you for playing. Wishlist now. I might wishlist that one. That was kind of... It was very pleasant. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't... It might have been a little too easy, but at least it was like really nice to look at.
From time to time, I ask myself, is it possible
Like...
to miss something you've never known?
This is the kind of game that I'd buy for like
Is it possible
$3 or maybe $5 on sale. I don't know if I'd want to spend much more than that on it. Which is a shame because it looks really nice and I'm sure a lot of time and effort went into it. It's just that
I was
when you compare
I
it.
think I have been homesick for you
Sorry, one sec.
my whole life.
When you compare it to everything else on the market, it's hard to justify spending money on something like this that just doesn't have, like, other than the graphics.
By the time you read this, I'll be gone, and the world will look very different from how it does now.
Other than the graphics, it doesn't have a lot going on.
The
Like,
island should still be there. They built this thing to last.
the graphics are super nice, but
Come to the island if you ever get lonely,
the story,
and think of me.
the story looks a little like you already know what you're getting yourself into, and the gameplay is kind of fun and nice, but not much. You know, it's a it it feels like a bit of a budget game. I don't know. I wonder how much it's going for on Steam. It's not out yet. I wonder how much it will go for on Steam. Very curious. Okay, next up is Little Misfortune. Made with Unity. Kill Monday Games. And their logo is a cat. Is that a Garfield reference? I'm guessing I don't need to invert the y-axis in this game. Got an hand 2D animated intro cutscene. That's a good start. Cool. Got a fox that's shaped like a bean. It's got like headphones. Listen to music. Got some spooky heads hanging from a tree above a gravestone. And a little avocado guy sleeping next to it. Uh-oh. Tombstone exploded. What happened to the avocado guy? What's going on here? What's going on here? Was this one a point and click? I'm trying to remember what this is. Thanks. This is kind of like a Halloween-y game. I guess I did have one more spooky Halloween game left to play.
This is Misfortune. She's a wonderful child from a not so wonderful family.
A little sparkle for you, and a little sparkle for you, and a little bit for me.
And a little bit for me.
The sad part
She Russians?
today
Russian?
is the day she will die.
That is very sad.
I can hear you,
I can hear you,
you know.
you know.
Are you inside my head or something?
Well, okay, yes.
Alright, I'll call you Mr. Rock. What did you say about me dying today?
Die? No. Nobody said anything about anyone dying today.
Nobody said nothing?
You know,
This game looks nice. Yeah,
Fantastic.
it's
Yes.
Your first mission is to leave the
it's
house.
got a really unique hand-drawn art style. Move with WADs or directional keys. So this controller seems to work too. But
I like to move my body. It's the music
It's a little
that
creepy.
goes on forever.
yeah, it kind of almost looks like something like Tim Burton-y, or like what's the guy who does Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs? I want to say Jason Alexander, but I know that's not it. Hold on, let me look that up. Wes Anderson. That's his name. Yeah, it looks kind of like Tim Burton meets Wes Anderson. Like, like that run animation.
I saw a monster in here once. I showed it the finger and it never came back.
Which finger? This one? Or this one? Better not do that. I don't know what languages and or nationalities use different gestures to mean bad things.
Which toy do you choose to bring with you?
Can't I take them both?
No, you can only choose one. And remember, your choice is much more important than you think.
Okay. I choose.
I choose. Let me move that over so you guys can read all the text there. There we go. Let's bring. Do we want the unicorn or the stone? I feel like the stone is probably more useful. We can like throw it at someone.
I choose the stone that he threw at me once.
Interesting
Ugh.
choice.
Yeah, I call him Stony because he's a stone. Get it?
Tony the Stone. That's very clever.
Thank you.
Very clever. I don't like the blood on his head. It's very unsettling.
Just so you know, I like to sprinkle sparkle on things so they become fabulous.
Just so you know. Throw glitter with F. Shut them. This is,
You, on the other side
this
of
is
the
very,
story.
very odd.
I told you she was going to die today. Let's keep that secret between us. All right.
Okay. Shut them.
This is Grandma. She wears a diaper too.
Two?
Still wear a diaper?
Nah, that was so last year. Mommy likes to collect glasses. I broke a couple once by running too fast.
Did Mommy find out who did it?
No, but I had a piece of glass in my foot for like 5 days.
Can see why she's called Little Misfortune. Maybe you should have grabbed it. You had so much. You had so much time to grab it before it fell.
Before example, of course. Don't worry. You can trust me.
Okay, thank you. Mommy said she married Daddy because she was expectant. She wanted to have an abortion, but it's illegal and against the law.
That's kind of the same thing.
Yes. Maybe I could try to fix
gonna do it, guys. We're gonna do it, y'all. We're gonna fix the vase. A little bit there. And a little bit there. A little bit there. And a piece. Can you rotate these pieces? Doesn't look like it. There. And a piece there. And a piece there. Wow, look, we're doing it. We're really doing it. Oh. Dang it, what did I do? Why did it leave? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Alright, let's give that one more try. See, the thing about this game is it looks nice, but it subverts your expectations by being very unfortunate for all those involved. How do we... Oh, do we need to put the flour in it? Is that why it didn't do it last time? I did it. Even when I'm sad.
My daddy's friend was a hunter and killed his mom. His daughter Erica, she thought his gun was a toy. She said bang bang to her mommy and daddy. Then her parents died. And she was so sad.
So sad. Yes, juice.
To complete your first mission?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna get that one.
Ugh.
Dead bodies again?
Again?
Why do I like them alive?
You like to eat them alive?
Mommy, this smells really bad. What is it?
Dead planet. That's what it is.
Yikes forever.
Yikes forever. Why does it let you just stare at it for a while? Why would you even... Why would it not just go back to the regular screen? Okay.
We had a long dinner last night. Mommy wasn't that drunk and Daddy actually said hi to me.
If you know what being drunk is, then why do you think that she's drinking juice?
When I grow up, I want to be just like my mommy. A juice drinker.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I'm going out to play, Mommy. Good day, morning.
It's afternoon, Miss Fortune.
Okay. Good afternoon, morning. This is where I saw a really good book. I go through Benjamin. I see him around the house, right outside my window. I think it's really cute.
Please, Miss Fortune, you should be careful around wild animals. You shouldn't cross the fox. They're all criminals.
What? A fox criminal? That's silly.
No foxes could be criminals. Never ever. Gross.
is disgusting.
Not as disgusting as when my daddy puked and that was disgusting. Okay, Chef, come get it. Get it, get it, get it! Get it up now! Damn it, I never get to pet the sweet animals.
But can you peek in the car?
This is where Daddy often sleeps. Daddy? This is where Daddy... Daddy?
So, not a lot for me to say about this game, but I guess it's got a lot of dialogue in and of itself, so
You need
it's
to
fine,
know
I guess.
the rules of the game, Miss Fortune.
Alright,
Remember, you will be given choices on your journey.
what I should do?
There is no right or wrong, only consequences.
Okay, only consequences.
When you beat the game, the prize of eternal happiness is yours.
I'm ready.
Your next mission is to cross this road.
Alright, I can do that. Look to the left, look to the right. Any cross? No. Okay, I'm going. I saw a monster!
What monster? I didn't see anything.
Probably shouldn't stop in the middle of the road.
It's probably just your imagination.
Yeah, that's true. I have a very big one.
Just keep going. You'll have so much fun.
Alright.
I have a very big one.
Look, a sleepy bear.
Come on, Miss Fortune. Let's go now.
Maybe her name isn't Miss Fortune. Maybe it's Miss Fortune. Kill Monday Games presents an interactive story by Isaac Martinson and Natalia Martinson, I think. Starring Natalia Martinson, Henrik Norman, I like this music track. Little Misfortune. See, that one I'd pay more than $5 for, because that just seemed like silly fun. Like I don't know. It depends how long that one is and what the reviews are like, but I could see myself paying $10 for that, $15 for that. So it was a good little demo. I enjoyed it. Wonder what kind of extras there are. Cinematics, credits. Okay. On to the next game. Maybe. Maybe? Did it? Okay. The one who pulls out the sword will be crowned king. This wasn't a Steam Next Fest thing. This was just something that I've had downloaded on my computer for like 6 months. And I think it's literally just a game where you try to pull out the sword, and if you don't, you lose, and that's it. That's like the whole game. It does not have controller support. That looks fine. Online, the sword gets longer and heavier each time someone pulls it out. Prove that you are the king of kings by surpassing everyone else. Offline, the sword has a fixed length and weight. Conquer its challenge to prove that you're the rightful king. Okay, we're going to play offline. How do we... Do I have to be gentle? Are we doing it? It sounds like we might be making progress, maybe. Is there anything else that we can do here? Nope. This is it. This is the game. I think... Oh, we made some progress. Okay. Okay, we're doing it. We're moving the sword. So it's like that game where you have to move the like metal bar along the pole without getting electrocuted. You know the one I'm talking about, right? So the thing is, you gotta keep holding the mouse over the sword while dragging without moving your mouse outside the boundaries of the sword. So the trick is you gotta not let go of the cursor, I mean the clicker. You gotta not go outside the boundaries of the sword, all whilst dragging up, which is much more difficult to do than it sounds, because it's only like 3 things, but gotta be careful. Gotta be super careful. You gotta have patience. Lots of patience. Which, as a Sonic fan, I probably do not have. I feel like there's a bot. There's probably a bot that's set up to do this automatically. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close. Like, if I could just scroll up on the mouse wheel, this would be so much easier. But that's not an option. Well, this would be a good time to talk about stuff. If there's anything you wanted to talk about. Rage game energy, that's exactly what this is. Gotta be careful. Don't know how long this sword is. I don't know how much longer I have. Gotta be careful. So Alex, what's your favorite non-Sonic game? Just out of curiosity, just something to get the conversation flowing a bit while we're waiting for this sword to come out here. My wrist is getting tired. If I accidentally let go, we're just quitting and going on to the next game. But I want to give it one honest to goodness try before I quit. Persona 4 Dancing All Night. That is such a great pick. The Persona series, I've played a little bit of 3, a little bit of 4. And that's about it. But I love that you picked the dancing spin-off game over the main series games. I do love rhythm games. I haven't played Persona 4 Dancing All Night, but actually there's a video on my channel of my top 8 or 10 rhythm games, which is now highly outdated. I don't necessarily recommend you go and watch that, but I talk about some of my favorite rhythm games in there, like Hatsune Miku, Project Eva, and you know, the DDR games. I don't think I used to play a lot of the open source rhythm games like Osu and what was the Guitar Hero one? Frets on Fire. Played some of that back in the day. Flash Revolution. And then like I like how all these like main like just different RPGs and stuff are getting spin-off rhythm games now. Like Final Fantasy Theatrhythm was a lot of fun, and Kingdom Hearts, what was the rhythm one called? Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories or something. I've played all the games and spin-offs, and P4D is by far the best. Arena is good too. I don't actually know what Arena is. Is that just like a purely dungeon crawl? Or no, that's the fighting one, isn't it? The Persona fighting game? I really need to give... I don't know what it is about that series. Persona is one of those games where like I feel like I should really like it, but every time I've given it an honest to goodness try, I've just gotten bored like a few hours in, and I don't know what it is. I think it's the dungeon crawling is a bit repetitive, I guess, at least in 3. I don't really remember what it was like in 4. The fighting game, yeah, the fighting game looked fun. I'd probably enjoy it more if I had more experience with the characters, but I couldn't tell you a single Persona character off the top of my head. That's a lie. Chie, that's the one that wears the spats, right? Persona 5 is the worst introductory point, but maybe that would be good for you. Yeah, I definitely have I think I have Persona 5 on PS4. I just haven't played it yet. Why do you say it's a bad introductory point? Because like all the games are sort of like their own thing, right? Like there's no continuing story as far as I'm aware. We're getting there. We're getting there. It has a lot of puzzles which are irritating and forces repeat visits, unlike P4 and P3 that let you go through the dungeon in one shot until something happens. It's funny that you'd say the puzzles are irritating, because I've heard like nothing but praise about that game. Like people loved Persona 3, and then they really loved Persona 4. I thought that was going to be the peak, but then somehow Persona 5 seemed to get even more praise from everyone. I was like, how do they keep making these games so that all the weebs like them? Because like I'm a big weeb, so I would think I would love them, but I don't know. I'll give Persona 5 a shot one of these days. Persona 5 has connections to 3 and 4, but it recycles a lot of plot beats and storylines. If you play them all, you will see the carbon copies all the way down to the shared names. Do you mean the shared names of the like demon spirit things, the personas, or are there actual like human NPCs and characters with shared names? Sadly, the spin-offs are weak compared to P4 because they don't even continue the story or develop the cast like P4 did. Shared character names. Huh. Really? Yeah, like I know so many Persona fans, like so many. I don't know if you've seen, but I have these interviews on my channel that I've been doing with some other YouTubers. Which, by the way, if you're interested, love to have you on. But like, at least half of them have said that Persona is one of their favorite gaming series, and every time they've said that, I've been surprised. Like, how are there this many Persona fans? Not that it's bad. I just don't get it. If that makes sense. Yet. Maybe I will one of these days. Some games you just have to like keep trying and eventually they'll click. Persona just hasn't clicked with me yet. But maybe one of these days it will. Same thing with like Xenoblade. Hasn't clicked with me yet, but I keep hearing good things about. And what's the other one? Nier Automata is another one that like, for all accounts and purposes, I should love, but just hasn't clicked with me yet. Persona 4 had love and care put into it, while P5 had a lot more corporate and soulless, if that makes sense. They complain about milking P4, but they actually killed P5. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, they had gotten so big by the time Persona 5 came out. Like, I could see them getting really, potentially really lazy with it. Or really, like, cash grabby. Like, I'm sure the earlier games in the series were made by less people with more, maybe, I'm sure there's still passionate people working on it, but like percentage wise, more of the people working on the earlier Persona games probably had passion for the game than the amount of people working on Persona 5, because that's such a detailed game. Like, it looks really good. I'm sure there were so many people on it. A lot of them were probably just like, yeah, this is just my job. I don't have, it was more made by committee, definitely, than like the earlier games, I'm sure. As for Persona 3, I'd go with Portable since it fixes all the issue with the original and streamlines it, not to waste your time. See, I've heard the opposite of that. I actually played, the one that I played was Persona 3 Portable. And then I heard afterwards that like people were saying, oh no, it's not even the same game. You need to play the console version. That's why you didn't like it. So I don't know. Go figure. But yeah, I'll give. I don't know if I'll try Persona 3 again anytime soon, but I'll give Persona 5 a shot one of these days. And if I end up enjoying that, then I'll go back and retry Persona 3 and 4 maybe. Because Persona 3, I just got so bored with it. It was just the same thing over and over again. Climbing that tower, and then talking to your classmates during the day, and then climbing the tower at night, and then talking to your classmates during the day. It just didn't get it. The map traversal and stuff is all gone because it's a PSP title, but you get the experience condensed. Yeah, like that would be good. Like, it just felt very grindy. So getting the EXP quicker is definitely a plus. That'd definitely be a good thing. Surely we're getting close to having this sword pulled now. Right? Right? Surely we are. I probably should have looked up ahead of time how long the sword is, so I'm not just like wasting your time. What time is it? Speaking of time. 7:40 local time. Yeah. I think I was only planning on streaming for another 20 minutes or so. So hopefully the sword is out by then. I wonder what percentage of people who have played this game have actually gotten the sword out of here. I think there's an achievement for pulling out the sword, so I could probably check that if I wanted, and maybe I'll do that when I'm done here, but now I'm determined. I'm filled with determination. The console version of Persona 3 has a sleep mechanic, no control over AI partners, and atrocious balancing. The console version is preferred only because of the exploration and cutscenes. See, isn't that the appeal of Persona 3 though? Like, maybe not the exploration, because it's just like little sections of Japan and then a big samey castle tower thing. But the cutscenes, isn't that like the main appeal of Persona? Like the story and the cutscenes? I figured that was the reason everyone played those games. Persona 3 has moments where partners can heal up opponents, get tired, or drag down your party and force you to leave dungeons extremely early on console. Lots of time wasters like that. Oh yeah. That does not sound like fun. And the remake that's coming out, that's based off the console version, isn't it? I think that's what I remember hearing. Oh, my fingers. This is like, playing this game is physically painful, but I'm so invested now. The main appeal of Persona is certainly the story, but the cutscenes until Persona 5 were very basic presentation, standard RPG fare. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't really matter whether it's like two static JPEGs side by side or like two static 3D models side by side. Like, you're basically getting the same experience either way, I would think, as far as that goes. Reminds me of Guild Wars. I was playing Guild Wars 2 the other day, and I had forgotten that in Guild Wars 2, all of the cutscenes are just two 3D character models standing side by side on a like a splash screen. Whereas in Guild Wars 1, like, you actually saw the characters interact in the overworld. And it's interesting how, like, they kind of took a step back in that regard. Like, they still interact a little bit in the overworld in Guild Wars 2, but I feel like not as much as they did in Guild Wars 1. But if you don't play MMOs or don't know or care about Guild Wars, then that's there's no reason to bring that up, so never mind. Did it, like, I feel like it stopped. I feel like progress is progressing much slower now than it was a few minutes ago. Oh no, what have I done? It's time for some kind words. I need some kind words of encouragement after trying to pull that sword from that stone. We got some other demos here. I'm going to try those. I'm going to save those for next time. Since we only got like 20 minutes left, we're going to play some kind words, otherwise known as lo-fi chill beats to write to. I actually own this game. It's a fun little pick-me-up game where you chat with random people online, and I thought it might be fun to play a little bit of this on stream and see what people have to say. So let's let's get started here. Someone sends their thanks for the letter you wrote, and... Hold on. It's a bit loud. Oop! And I bumped my monitor cord. You got a new sticker, Captain Astronaut, long before his last hurrah. We also got a bowl of oatmeal, a nice warm bowl of oatmeal. I had a nice warm bowl of oatmeal for breakfast this morning. Got a Ronnie doll, a doll of an ancient sailor. What do you do with an ancient sailor? Early in the morning? Someone wrote you a letter. I don't remember what I wrote the last time I played this, so I may be doxing myself, but we're gonna find out. Nope, don't. We're not gonna worry about that. We're not gonna worry about that. Let's read some other people's letters. Love you, special one. Let's decorate with some of our stickers. What does this say? If it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend time stressing about it anymore. That's good advice. I'm gonna favorite that one. Oh, I gotta put out the bowl of oatmeal. Yeah. Where'd the oatmeal go? I don't get, like, so certain stickers only show up in at certain times of day, I guess? Or in certain rooms? If you switch between rooms? Love man. Who's this love man? Okay. Willow be willow woo. I'm flying across the screen to see you. Safe travels and safe living. Stay strong out there and much love. Yeah, so this is just a chill game. Like, you hear what other people have to say. Like, I wish I give up my resistance to life. Ugh, that sounds kind of morbid. I do wish it had, like, prompts. But I guess you get the prompts from other people who play this game. In my relationships to others, there is a perfect balance of intimacy and freedom. That's a little humble braggy. New friend complaining about a butt. Just laugh, please. Thanks, LOL. Complaining about a butt? Okay. Let's view some requests. To be or not to be? That is the question, but what is the answer? Alright, here we go. This is where we get to have some fun. The answer to be or not to be. B. No, wait. Got out a sticker. B. I knew you'd keep writing, people. I'm sure they'll love this. Oh hey, I discovered mid-century this morning. I was a bit stressed about some things, but I put this on loop and washed it all away. Hopefully I'll have another sweet track for you tomorrow. Ultima Continuación Karaoke Tango K. Okay, time to see what I remember from Spanish 101 and 102, boys. The last continuation I think that I have to do, the last, it's not continuate, is it continuation? The last something that I think I have to do is the idea of a final that everyone has to do for living, but now that something Legando oh, I don't remember my Spanish. On to the next one. LDGF? LDGF. What does that stand for? Long dog girlfriend? Nova, are you back there? That's my long dog girlfriend. You're my long dog girlfriend, Nova. Good girl. LDGF and me on a break. Oh, long distance girlfriend. That makes sense. Spanish is hard, right? Long distance girlfriend and me on a break of sorts after arguing 3 months. Now she's struggling to talk to me again, saying it's hard to come to terms on what we are. She did show signs of coming back than this. Now she's ignoring me and talking to another guy. I notice everyday messaging. That's tough. That's tough. I feel like... So if it's long distance, how do you know that she's messaging someone every day? Maybe it's like sometimes long distance? I don't know. I don't have full information, so I'm not going to reply to that one. Sending my college application in sometime this week. I will be getting my master's in library information science. I'm so nervous. Anyone have any experiences, advice, or tips they would like to share? This one we can reply to. When they say their college application, do they mean like applying to attend the college? Because like if you haven't even gotten into the college yet, I'm surprised you already know what you're getting your master's in. But I have perfect advice for this. It doesn't matter now what happens. Never give up the fight. As long as the voice inside tells you... How does the song go? Tells you... As long as the voice inside tells you to... to run and fight. It doesn't matter who is wrong and who is right. I gotta pick a blue spherical sticker for this one. Like, I half sent that in jest, but I really do think, like, Sonic and the message behind it has helped me in my life in such a positive way that, like, I don't, even though it's kind of memey and silly to send off song lyrics to someone as, like, advice, I do think it's still kind of applicable and, like, not totally childish to do, hopefully. I broke up with my girlfriend of 9 years. I don't know what she's supposed to be like. We broke up because I was afraid I needed her to keep me alive, but for her I decided this because I'm in love with another girl. It really hurts me that... don't know about that. Sonic does have some funny stuff that applies, right? Like, so much of my life is just Sonic and SpongeBob quotes. My dad thinks I owe him my life, and it's my job to serve him. My mom, the only one who works and is responsible for everything in the house, doesn't ask that much from me. I feel like I can't... I don't want to reply to, like, children, like literal children on here. Sonic memes go deep when the games unknowingly feed in and quote them. No matter how fast I run, I cannot run away from the pain, right? A friend pulled me into a group direct message, I think only to flex on me about how close they are to the other people in the DM. All this person does is make inside jokes with others. Why even invite me? I feel excluded and sad. Have you tried making new inside jokes with them? Maybe if they don't even know what you're talking about, it could make them laugh. And you could make some fun new experiences with some others in the group. Try not to worry too much about the friend that invited you. There are plenty of other people that will appreciate you and what you have to offer. Go with that guy. See, this is the kind of game I have to play when there aren't enough people in stream, because I don't know what to talk about, like, in between chats. So, like, I can reply to you in the stream, and I can reply to these random people that are looking for life advice from random people playing this random game on Steam. I got a worst grade. Not a worst grade. That's the worst. Even though it was a little better than the last time. But my roommates all got pretty good grades. I admit I'm a little jealous of them because I think we all put the same effort. I want to be better than them. Don't we all? I'm sure you're better than them at some other things, even if it's not at first apparent. That's about all I have to say there. Give you a nice warm bowl of oatmeal. Alright, we're going to apply to letters for 5 more minutes. Whenever I get very anxious or overly tired, my whole body aches. I get bad pains in the joints in my hands, and nothing fixes it until I just wait it out. It's like my whole body shuts down. That sounds like bad case of anxiety. I'd suggest therapy, but like not everyone can afford a therapist. You good? So, what should I suggest to this person? Another thing too is like, it's hard to give advice to people when they're just leaving you a little snippet of information. So rather than treat these letters like actual life advice, I try to just say something nice and positive and maybe something like funny that'll cheer them up a little. Like, I don't know. Just for funskies. My whole body aches. I get bad pains in the joints in my hands. Try to take note of what makes you overly anxious or tired and avoid getting into those situations if possible. What else can we tell this person? first step is talking about it. I feel like that's decent advice. A nice warm bowl of oatmeal. I love that oatmeal sticker. Alright, one more non-Spanish one. One more non-Spanish one. Whenever I've had a good cry, I end up having incredibly strong feelings for my girlfriend. Now I'm stressed because she thinks I'm brushing her off to party and doesn't want to talk. Huh. At this point I want to cry and I don't know how I should approach our next conversation. Don't be ashamed to cry in front of your GF. Sometimes letting out your emotions to someone can be the best thing you can do for a situation. Oatmeal. Alright, I think that's good. Someone sends their thanks for the letter you wrote, and you got a new sticker. We got a kitten plunk. Winged kittens. Why are they not a thing? Cool. Alright. We will leave the visitors of this game with one more. Oh, what's this? They wanted me to say 116, but I say 119. You tell them. G'd bless you all. We're gonna leave players of this game with one last message. My favorite thing about that quote is that he calls himself a guy, even though he's a hedgehog. Alright. We good. We good for today. I hope you had a good time tonight, Alex. Hope your assignments are going well. And thanks for tuning in, as always. And next time, we should have Sonic Colors downloaded. So I don't know when the next stream will be. Chances are it'll be some evening next week, maybe? Gosh, I got a busy week next week. Maybe some evening 2 weeks from now. It might be a little while. But in the meantime, I should have another video up on my channel next Friday. Not sure if you watch... I think, yeah, you watch some of my regular videos, so stay tuned for that. I got a video on the top 10 3DS games coming out, if you're interested in that. I'm also planning on doing some, like, skits, like some silly little skits that are sort of like my Halloween video. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. See ya.